Ladies and gentlemen, today I have an amazing guest speaker all the way from Cupertino, California, to talk to you about Apple's HomeKit ecosystem, Apple CEO Tim Cook. Tim, how are you doing today?
There is only one path to power, and that is the path of the dark side.
So my HomePod mini arrived a few weeks ago, and I'm looking at this thing thinking, what is this hot garbage? And it's looking back at me like,
You will join us or you will die, young Skywalker.
which is a bit weird, because that's not my name. But I digress! An hour or so later, I'm actually looking at it thinking, this is amazing. And I'm not joking, this is actually incredible. The way the interface is laid out is so much nicer than anything Amazon or Google have done. The automations are more intelligent than anything Amazon or Google have done. The speaker sounds absolutely incredible for something this size. I am not kidding when I say that this thing could actually win the smart home race.
Good.
So here are 5 reasons it should die in a fire. You need a bloody iPhone to set it up. What is that smell? Of course, corporate greed. Shall we do the corporate greed dance together, Mr. Sockie?
Corporate greed!
When I realised this, I was blown away. How can any company be so arrogant as to release a smart home speaker and only allow it to be used by their existing customer base? What? You know the old adage to cut your nose off to spite your face? Well, Apple have cut their entire f***ing head off. Why not just go the whole hog and write "not for plebs" on the box? Apple HomePod, not for plebs. And this is typical Apple behaviour. How can any company be so arrogant as to think that they can join an existing market, but force everybody in that existing market to buy all of the Apple stuff in order to work in that ecosystem? It is never going to work. And it's ass backwards thinking, because they could have actually got people to buy the HomePod mini, use it initially with their Android device, and then later on think, I really like this, perhaps I'll get myself an iPhone next. It's not going to happen now, is it? And this is the most idiotic decision that I've seen since Google decided not to put Zigbee in their latest speakers. Apparently, Apple didn't bother doing this either. No built-in Zigbee hub means a reliance on third-party hubs. One third-party hub, to be precise. Philips Hue. Why not smart things?
Because smart things, that's why.
Apple have put all their eggs in one basket and decided that the future is Thread and the magic choip. And maybe that's the case, but the future isn't here yet, and you have to survive up until that point. You should have put a Zigbee hub inside the Apple HomePod at the very least. It would have been a good idea to stick it in the Apple HomePod mini, seeing it's £100 flipping. And right now, the only Thread sensor I can find on Amazon is a door sensor for £50. So I went around my house looking at all of the different smart home devices and all the different manufacturers that I've got, thinking, I wonder how many of these I can actually control with my HomePod mini. It's about 30%. Here is a hilarious graph for you to laugh at. There's no Toya Smart Life, there's no Broadlink, there's no SmartThings, there's no Nest, there's no vacuum cleaners as far as I can tell. And before anyone angrily yells at me, Homebridge! Homebridge! I use Homebridge! Why don't you use Homebridge? I've used Homebridge. I tried it, and it works great. I got my Nest thermostat working, and I imagine Apple going, oh, stop using things we don't want you to. And this is the problem. I have no faith whatsoever that Apple won't start looking for ways to destroy Homebridge, because they are the worst.
Your pathetic rebellion will be crushed.
They are literally the Emperor. Sorry, Apple. You suck so much. And then I realised most of my Hue stuff was missing. It's not my Hue stuff, is all of the third-party Zigbee devices that are connected to my Hue hub. Apple have decided they don't exist. Tim Cook, would you like to weigh in on why that might be?
The same reason that we tell you every time we don't want to do something. Security. Something to do with security.
Uh-huh. Which means that my total number of controllable devices as an existing smart home user is more like 10% of my entire collection. And please hear me out, Apple fanboys. I know that you're already seething because you attacked our emperor. But seriously, I actually think this thing is better than both Amazon and Google at almost everything it does. The only problem is, it doesn't work with almost anything I own, so I can't move to it as an existing user, and if I don't already own an iPhone, I can't use it at all. Those 2 points alone, the first 2 points of this video, are enough to bury this thing already. There are still 3 points to go. Apple aren't done alienating people just yet. Spotify users can go f themselves too.
Too much swearing in this episode. Unsubscribe.
And I'm swearing because despite appearances, I'm actually livid. Amazon need competition. Without competition, they could just stick the prices up, they can start charging a subscription, they can do anything that they want if they don't have some kind of market competition. And this could have been it. This could have been the market leader. It was ruined by corporate greed. And we know a song about that, don't we, Mr. Sockie? Corporate greed, Apple and their corporate greed, Apple and their greed. According to a briefing with The Ambient, the official word out of Cupertino is that Apple would love to work with Spotify. Is it just me, or does Cupertino sound like Starbucks' latest attempt to get hipsters to buy coffee? I imagine people like my mate Gaz probably would drink a Cupertino. You big bearded beatnik. Either way, saying Apple would love to work with Spotify is the same as when my mum used to say, if you want an ice cream, ask your dad.
Ask your father. Anakin.
It means no. All this time, I've been thinking that Philips Hue were bad at purple. Blue? No, purple. Blue? No, purple. Blue? Purple!
How about a slightly pinky blue?
Purple! 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 Blue? And maybe that's true. But Apple think that a hot pink is purple.
Hot pink, you say? Well, that suits me just fine.
Seriously though, this is me picking purple manually using the iPhone Home app. And this is the idiotic robot butler attempting the same thing. What the f***? Now watch Amazon's dim-witted Bint attempt exactly the same thing. Bing, bing, bing! The dim-witted Bint nailed it! I don't know what this is about. All I know is, Apple have no idea what purple is. That's my 5 reasons. Let me know in the comments if you think I've missed any, or if you vehemently disagree with me and hate me. I don't care. For the first 2 points alone, I think that Apple have let this thing get away from them, and for the same reason that they always do. Apple and their greed.
You greedy
And this is such a shame because Apple have honestly released probably the best smart home speaker in the market, aside from, unfortunately, the most crippling possible problems. Their automations are way better than Amazon, at least in the UK, and Google for things like coming home. They have a proper coming home routine so that when you walk through your door, it can switch the lights on, but only for a set time frame before automatically switching them off again, and it can do this only between certain times of the day or if it's dark. This is the kind of automation that Amazon should be doing, and Apple have beaten them to the punch. Amazon have this level of functionality in the States, but they forgot about us second-class citizens in the UK because Bezos.
Not enough yachts.
Apple have nailed this speaker if 1, you are already an iPhone user, and 2, you have endless money to buy all of the Philips Hue in the world. I am gutted, because I am an Android kid, and I wanted so desperately to hate this thing that when I first opened it, I went, ha ha ha, I can't wait for this to fail. And then the more I used it, the more I thought, this is one of the best devices I've played with in ages. And then I realized all of its massive failings, and my heart sank because I really do feel that Amazon need this competition. Apple, if you're watching this video, please, for the love of God, change these 5 things and you're onto a winner. This could be the best speaker on the market. Or, you know, just rot in Betamax hell for the rest of eternity. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That'll tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video and more people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. These amazing people here are my patrons, and they paid for this thing. Without these guys, there wouldn't be a channel because I wouldn't have been able to quit my job, I would have lost my mind, and this whole thing would have been over. So these are everything to me. If you want to be a patron, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I'll flipping love you forever. These are my social medias, my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. That didn't work. And we know a song about that, don't we, Mr. Socky?
Dark side. I don't have enough yachts. Not enough yachts. I don't have enough yachts. Not enough yachts. I need more yachts. I don't have enough yachts. I never have enough yachts. Get me more yachts. I need more yachts.